Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today I'm going to walk you through my full drawing workflow to create a Hazbin Hotel art style illustration using my usual setup: my iPad, Clip Studio Paint, and the TourBox Elite Plus, which has become a big part of my drawing process lately. This tutorial is designed like a real workflow breakdown, the way I actually work when I'm building a stylized piece from scratch. So let's get started. 1. Sketching the character. Simple shapes and dynamic energy. First, I begin with the structure of the character. As you may know, characters in the Helliverse are built from very simple shapes: triangles, circles, stretched silhouettes, and you can often literally see those shapes in the final design. That's what gives them so much personality and animation appeal. There are two key things to keep in mind during the sketch phase. Think simple. The Hazbin Hotel art style is extremely cartoony, dynamic, and exaggerated. Starting simple keeps the pose readable. Think about the action line. This is the flow of the character, the invisible curve that carries the movement and helps people instantly understand the pose and emotion. For this illustration, I wanted to recreate something inspired by Hazbin Hotel, Season 2. Velvet doing makeup on Alistair, for fun. I start with a loose, dynamic sketch, using big, expressive gestures. For Hazbin Hotel-style line work, I focus on quick, exaggerated forms, pushed proportions, sharp angles, and high-contrast silhouettes. While sketching, I'm constantly zooming, rotating the canvas, and undoing strokes. The knob on the TourBox really helps here. I can rotate and zoom without interrupting the flow of the sketch, which makes this phase much more natural. I also like to push perspective to make the drawing feel more alive, so I exaggerate proportions and angles early in the sketch. Two, clean lineart. Sharp, animated, and stylized. Now that the sketch is ready, I move on to the lineart. Hazbin Hotel's line work is very recognizable. Sharp, thin, clean strokes with a lot of animated energy. During this phase, I constantly switch between thick, expressive strokes and thin detail lines. The knob on the TourBox really helps here, which allows me to adjust line weight instantly while drawing. No need to open sliders or stop the stroke flow. This keeps everything fast, fluid, and very precise. The result is a lineart that feels clean but still alive, which is essential for this style. Three, color base. Flat, strong, and high contrast. Once the lineart is done, I start blocking in the base colors. The Hazbin Hotel aesthetic uses strong, flat colors, often with high contrast, before adding shadows. I keep this phase simple and clean. The TourBox lets me swap tools quickly fill tool, brush, eraser. This speeds up the process and keeps my focus entirely on the colors. 4. Shading. This is the fun part. Hazbin Hotel shading is a mix of bold, hard shadows and highlights, especially around hair, eyes, and accessories. I use strong shapes for the shadows, then blend or soften parts of them to match the show's energy. During this phase, I'm constantly changing opacity, brush size, and hue, so having those adjustments mapped on the TourBox makes the entire shading process feel almost like animating: fast, rhythmic, and fun. I add bright highlights at the end to bring the characters to life. That neon touch is really what makes Hazbin Hotel artwork pop. 5. Final pass. For the final touches, I push the saturation a bit and add some light hue shift accents, which are very typical of the Hazbin Hotel aesthetic. I also use a few subtle glow effects and color tweaks to unify the piece. I have my most used color adjustments mapped directly to the TourBox, which prevents me from getting lost in menus and lets me refine the look in just a few seconds. And here's the final fan art Hazbin Hotel. This workflow uses everything I love about stylized drawing: pushed shapes, expressive lineart, bold color, and sharp shadows. If you want to try the TourBox Elite Plus in your own workflow, you can use my code Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what style or character you want to see next.